One is a symbol of power and good fortune, the other a monstrous horde-guarding menace, but both are dragons. How did such an iconic creature evolve into two completely opposite entities across the globe? Join us as we unravel the captivating mystery behind the East versus West dragon divide and uncover their true mythical roles. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Nightforge. Today, we're embarking on an epic journey through myth and history to explore one of the most fascinating creatures of all time, the dragon. When I say dragon, what image pops into your head? Is it a colossal, fire-breathing beast with leathery wings, guarding a treasure-filled cave? Or is it a long, serpentine spirit, soaring gracefully through the clouds, bringing rain and prosperity? These two vastly different images represent the great divide in dragon mythology. The Western dragon versus the Eastern dragon. While they share a name, their stories, symbolism, and even their very nature couldn't be more different. It's a clash of cultures, a tale of two legends. And today, we're going to dive deep into what makes each so unique. Let's start in the West, with the dragon that many of us grew up with in fairy tales and fantasy epics. Think of Smaug from The Hobbit, or the dragons from Game of Thrones. The classic Western dragon is a powerful, reptilian creature. It typically has 4 stout legs, a pair of massive bat-like wings, a long tail, and a heavily armored, scaly hide. And, of course, its most famous and feared weapon, the ability to breathe fire. In European folklore, these dragons are almost universally portrayed as malevolent beings. They represent chaos, destruction, and greed. They are the ultimate adversaries for brave knights and heroes. The quintessential Western dragon story involves a hero venturing into the dragon's lair to slay the beast, rescue a princess, or reclaim stolen treasure. The dragon is a monster to be conquered, a physical manifestation of evil that must be vanquished for peace and order to be restored. This portrayal has deep roots. In early Christian traditions, the dragon, or serpent, was often associated with Satan and temptation, as seen in the Book of Revelation. This solidified the dragon's image as a symbol of sin and paganism. Slaying a dragon wasn't just a feat of strength, it was a symbolic act of faith triumphing over evil. Stories like St. George and the Dragon became legendary, reinforcing this idea for centuries across Europe. The Western dragon is a hoarder, a destroyer, a terrifying force of nature that embodies humanity's primal fears. Now let's travel across the globe to the East, primarily to China, where the dragon, or long, holds a completely different and far more revered status. Forget the fire-breathing menace. The Eastern dragon is a divine, benevolent creature. It's a symbol of power, luck, and good fortune. Instead of being a monster to be slain, it's a deity to be worshipped. Visually, the Eastern dragon is a beautiful, chimeric creature. It's often described as having the head of a camel, the horns of a stag, the eyes of a demon, the ears of a cow, the neck of a snake, the belly of a clam, the scales of a carp, the claws of an eagle, and the paws of a tiger. Unlike its Western counterpart, the Eastern dragon is typically wingless. How does it fly? Through pure magic and divine power, soaring through the skies with serpentine grace. It is a master of the elements, particularly water. Eastern dragons are believed to control rivers, seas, and, most importantly, the rain. In ancient agricultural societies, like China, control over rain meant control over the harvest, and therefore, life and prosperity. This made the dragon an incredibly important and positive figure. Emperors of China were even called the son of the dragon, associating themselves with the dragon's divine power and authority. Temples were built in their honor, and festivals like the famous Dragon Boat Festival celebrate these magnificent creatures. They are seen as wise, just, and spiritual guardians, not greedy monsters. While they can be fearsome when angered, their power is generally used to protect and nurture humanity. So, we have two completely different archetypes. On one hand, a greedy, destructive beast. On the other, a wise, benevolent spirit. Why the huge difference? The answer lies in the cultural and philosophical foundations of each region. Western mythology, heavily influenced by heroic epics and monotheistic religions, often frames the world as a struggle between good and evil, order and chaos, humanity and monster. The dragon became the ultimate other, a fearsome antagonist representing the untamed, dangerous forces that civilization must overcome. It's a story of conquest. In the East, philosophies like Taoism and Buddhism emphasize balance, harmony, and the interconnectedness of all things. Nature isn't something to be conquered, but something to be respected and lived in harmony with. The dragon, as a controller of natural forces like water, wasn't an enemy. It was a vital part of the cosmic balancer, powerful or inspiring force that could be both life-giving and destructive, much like nature itself. It's a story of reverence. It's fascinating to see how these ancient beliefs continue to influence our modern perceptions. In Western fantasy, dragons are still often the ultimate challenge for a hero, though modern interpretations have started to add more complexity, sometimes portraying them as intelligent, misunderstood beings. Think of Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon, a perfect example of subverting the classic Western trope. Meanwhile, in Eastern media, dragons remain powerful symbols of heritage and strength. They appear in art, film, and celebrations as proud emblems of cultural identity. The dragon is not a fantasy creature, it is a spiritual ancestor. So, which dragon is the true dragon? The answer is both. They are two sides of the same mythical coin, each reflecting the values, fears, and hopes of the cultures that imagined them. The Western dragon represents the triumph of humanity over the terrifying unknown, a story of courage and conquest. The Eastern dragon represents the power of nature and the wisdom of living in harmony with it, a story of respect and balance. From the treasure-hoarding beasts of European mountains to the rain-giving spirits of Asian skies, the dragon has captured the human imagination like no other creature. It shows us how different cultures can look at the world and create such profoundly different, yet equally compelling, legends from the same fundamental concept. One is a monster to be slain, the other a god to be revered, but both reveal a deep human need to explain the world around us and our place within it. What do you think? Which type of dragon do you find more fascinating? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for joining us on this mythical journey today. If you enjoyed unraveling the mysteries of these legendary creatures, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into history, myths, and legends. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay curious.